Yeah, what is a table? Whenever we talk about the terminology table, relation, right? Relational database where we are going to store a data in the form of table. So here we have some of the tables, like we have a temporary tables. So what do you mean by temporary tables? The tables which will exist only for certain period of time. I don't want that to be stored in my memory for long duration of time. I want to store my table only for a certain period of time. Then we'll using this temporary table. So here temporary tables are mostly known as permanent, are most likely as same like your a permanent table. But the thing is that yeah, so but the thing is that so temporary tables are created in a temp database and are automatically deleted as soon as the connection is lost or terminated. Whenever I think every time whenever we log in, we'll just connect and then we'll log into that SSMS. Whenever we disconnect, we can see that our data tables will not exist anymore. That is, our temporary tables help us to store and process intermediate results. So temporary tables are very useful when you need to store a temporary data. I think you have the temporary only for certain period of time. So that is how we are using this temporary uh, table. So usually there are two types of temporary table. One is local and global. So I think I'll say like your normal table creation, but we use certain symbols. So that will identify that it is a local table or it is a global table. So you can see here this hash symbol. Whenever we use a hash symbol, it is shows that it is a temporary table. Okay, like create table, hash symbol, followed by the table name, and what are the columns you want, you can just take those columns. This is how we are going to create a temporary tables in SQL. There are two types of temporary tables. One is local and other one is global. Local temporary table for the session that has created is automatically dropped when the connection has created or not. So what's the difference local and global? Local, we use a single hash symbol. Whenever I'm using double hash, so that it is a global temporary table. Global temporary table are visible to all the connections and dropped when the last connection referring the table is closed. So this is we have local temporary table and global temporary table. Say suppose there's one thing whenever we want to store a data only for certain period of time. Yeah. What are the reasons when we use temporary table? Any idea? If you want to store a data, okay, only for certain period of time. Sometimes what will happen, some tables I don't want the data to be stored in my memory no longer, then we use with temporary tables. So what is temporary table? Temporary tables are used to store temporary data. There are two types. What are the types? One is local and global. So local, how can you identify local? We use a single hash. Global, we use double hash. So shall we create temporary tables? Clear? Before I go for execution part, let me know. I'm just refreshing here. You have system database. Are you able to see the temp.db here?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we can see the table. Whenever I create in the temp database, I'm going to store our create our temp database. Create table. Then yeah, create table. We'll use a single hash. Say suppose employee or ID, comma, employee name, varchar of 20. Let me select this. Click on execute. I think yeah, click on execute. Yeah, command executed successfully. Just let me refresh. Uh, yeah, just let me close this. Yeah, if I refresh, you're able to see it in the temporary database. Yeah, are able to see the table here, the system table. Are you able to see the temporary table here? Right click.
Yeah.
Yes, this is how we are going to create a temporary table. So what type of temporary table I have created? Local temporary table. So how can you identify whether it is local or global? Yeah, how to
Single
identify? Yes,
hash.
yes, single hash shows that it is a local temporary table. So can I insert rows into the table? Yes, right. We can even insert rows into the table, even same procedure, same like how we insert in our normal table. We use insert into hash employee space values 1 comma Anil. Okay, so can I insert another row? Yes, insert into hash employee values. Let me select this both the rows, click on execute. So if I want to display the table data along with the rows, then I can use select start from hash employee. Let me select this, click on execute. So are able to see the data here. So this is how we are going to use a temporary table. Shall we go with the global? I think this what we have used is that is local table, local temp table. So where we can see this table in a temp database. This is clear. Shall I go with the local temporary table? Global temp tables.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what is global temporary table? How to create? Say suppose I want to create a student table. Create table. Yeah, how to use a global temporary table? Double hash. Right, let me use a double hash. Then, so name of the table. Then I'm just taking the names, roll number, int, comma name, varchar of 20. So let me select this, click on execute so that it's executed successfully. Yeah, then we'll just insert the data into the temp table. How to insert data into the temp table? Insert, yeah, insert into double hash student values and comma. And let me select this and click on execute. So if you want to display the data, select start from double hash student. Click on execute. So this is how we are going to create temporary tables. Two type of temporary table. One is global and other one is local temporary table. I think you can see the student also here, right? So this is how we are going to use a global and local temporary tables. Yeah, is it clear? Understood?
Can you please repeat the difference between local and global, please?
Yeah, the local temporary table, whenever we are creating a local temporary table, we can see, we will write single hash symbol. Okay, symbol hash symbol shows that it is a local temporary table. So whenever we use double hash, then it shows that it is a global temporary table. So that is one difference in terms of the syntax. Okay, the other one is that whenever we want to disconnect, so whenever we disconnect a particular thing like in an SSMS, if whenever I disconnect a connection, so that the table will be lost automatically, the table will get deleted. So here in the local temporary table, so only for session that has been created. Say suppose I have created in this session. Now I have created a local temporary table. So after I end this session, automatically the table will get dropped. I'm just working now. I'm just close it. After I open once again, then it will not be, it will not visible. So what is global temporary table are visible for all the connections and dropped when the connection referring the table is closed. So global table must have a unique table name. This is how we have. Say suppose I'm just closing now. I'll just close everything and I'll just restart it, open it. Then you are able to see that the table will not be existing anymore. That is how we have local and global. So local means whenever I'm working with a session, like just I have connected and I'm just working with a table until the session exists, it will be remains. How about global temporary table? Whenever I disconnect and rejoin again, then my table will disappear. That is how we have a global and local temporary tables. Yeah, is it clear?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, how about Prasanna?